Open Doors Toronto is one of the most fun and exciting ways to explore the city. It feels like sneaking into places you're not allowed to go the rest of the year. So if you are curious in knowing where to go during the next edition, take a look at these 10 places I discovered in 2025. And it all starts at 10 a.m. at the TD Bank Tower. The doors only open at 10:30, but there's already a big line of people ready to go to the 54th floor for a guided tour. Learning about the history of the tower was very interesting, but let's be honest, we were here for the views of the city. When construction was completed in 1969, it was the tallest building in Canada. It was then surpassed in 1975 by this tower, First Canadian Place. And in the distance, we could see a new tower in construction called The One. Only a few weeks after filming, it became the first Canadian skyscraper to be 300 meters tall. After the 30-minute visit was done, it was time for us to head to our next stop, the Billy Bishop Airport. As you probably guessed already, the Billy Bishop Airport is a lot of fun and is one of the most popular places to visit during doors open. While you're there, you can see planes, helicopters, collect special mints, more planes, whatever this is, and a falcon, and even more planes. This one might be my favorite. They also displayed the different airport snowplows and de-icing trucks, and you know I had to get on one of those. But enough fooling around, because it's already 1 p.m. and that means time for lunch. So we headed to the St. Lawrence Market, and it was time to order some smoked meat sandwiches. The sandwiches were delicious and gave us enough energy because we still had so many places to discover, like the newly finished St. Lawrence Market North. And after a short 10-minute walk, we visited the Terroni Restaurant. What is special about this restaurant is that it used to be the York County Courthouse. Although the historical nature of this building is not too obvious at first, going to the lower level tells a different story. The restaurant uses old jail cells to imprison hundreds of expensive wine bottles for the pleasure of high-paying customers. Truly revolting. Leaving wine behind and turning our sights to holy water, it is time to visit the St. James Cathedral. Located between Terroni and the first post office in Toronto, it was actually more of an impromptu stop for us as we didn't originally plan to visit it. We did a quick tour of this beautiful cathedral, and much like the other people that day, we decided to rest for a bit before our next stop. Before taking a look at the last 5 places in our tour, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. We then went to Toronto's first post office, where a fun activity you can do there is to write your name in ink with a quill. And if I'm being honest, I think I did pretty well. We continued north to visit the Heliconian Club of Toronto. Founded in 1909, it was a great place for women in the arts to meet and exchange ideas. There was an exhibit, live music, and overall it was less crowded than some of the more popular spots in downtown Toronto. As the day continued, we continued as well, and we biked down to our next stop, the biggest and most popular spot since the airport, the R.C. Harris water treatment plant. During the visit, I learned that the water gets collected from the city, goes into settling tanks where they add chemicals, it gets filtered, and then it goes back to the city. And that's all I kind of remember. For my defense, I was distracted by the beautiful architecture of the building. The last part of the visit of the water treatment plant was the engine room, where there's all those huge pumps pumping the water from the city to those settling tanks. It was quite loud. As the evening approached, we decided to try our hands at lawn bowling. As almost anything on this tour, the Q Beach Lawn Bowling Club has been here for almost a century, and as much as I enjoyed history in school, I always preferred bowling. It was really fun, and I can't wait to retire and go lawn bowling all the time. And finally, the last stop of our Doors Open Toronto 2025 tour was the Redpath Sugar Factory. Even in the rain, the queue was way too long to wait for free cotton candy, so we just skipped that and decided to watch the tractor move tons of not sand, but sugar in the Redpath Sugar Factory. So that was the full day of Open Doors Toronto from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. visiting 10 different places. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to watch other videos of Toronto or travels around Canada, don't hesitate to watch other videos on my channel. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you later. Have fun on YouTube.